starting. It means we're starting the recording. Are we recording? I hope we're
Yes.
recording. Okay.
Alright, welcome to the second episode of the Getting High podcast. Obviously I have 3 different people with me than the last episode. I got my boy Antonio, aka RoadToLevelCap. I got my boy Anthony, aka dude, how do you say that?
Vibo Numbah8.
Vibo number 8, and then we have our buddy Amir, who doesn't want to have a gamer tag to be introduced by. So introduce yourselves, guys, a little bit more than I just did.
Oh god, this is always the awkward part. All right.
Yep.
So
I got you.
yeah, hey, Anthony, you got it. Go.
All right. So we're the elitists. We're in East Coast. So represent. My name is Anthony. Real name, you know. The guy with glasses right now, other than Andy, is Antonio.
Hey, you
Guy
said
with,
introduce ourselves. And
Introduce
you can't be
yourselves,
introducing
goober.
You said you didn't want to, so I had to.
No, just this is the awkward part. He did bamboozle me though.
You got.
Alright. So myself, Anthony, and I'm a college student, so that's practically it. That's all you need to know for now.
Oh yeah.
I'm here, go.
Alright, so my name's Amir. We can also go by Bruhmir, most host, whatever the hell you want. And yeah, the past few days I've just been finally playing Valorant. Oh, I have a story to tell you about that. Right now I'm currently drawing. I like to draw, and we're just vibing.
All right, so I'm Antonio. Most people call me RoadToLevelCap on the interwebs, also known as XD on Smash. And I used to stream. I don't anymore because I'm lazy. I really should get back into it, but this is just my stream handle, RoadToLevelCap. So that's how I got that name.
Yeah, bro. I was about to ask, like, why the hell did you stop streaming?
Dude, I just got.
See, I'm your.
Anthony tells me all the time. There's no excuse, realistically speaking. There's no excuse. Anthony's always like, "Yo, get back on, keep doing it."
Yeah, man. Like,
Try it now. Now that I have like this PC and like I have nothing
Hell
better
yeah.
to do but studying for the CPA.
You should. It's not like it's
Stream
not
your,
super
stream your
difficult.
drawing, Amir.
Yeah, you could.
So lazy.
You could stream your drawing though.
I get Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, people stream their art all the time.
Whoa, I'd be down to do that.
Yeah, you
You're
can do
the-
that.
Just like blast music, just chill.
Yeah.
Oh, bet.
You can actually just be bullying the whole stream.
Yeah,
You don't even have to show your face or
in
anything.
there. Most
Yeah.
dope.
Drop
I like most
penis
toast.
and say it's art, cause it's art.
So first thing on the docket is obviously some of you guys gave a little bit of an update, but I want you guys to give a more in-depth update on your life in quarantine, because obviously that's
Right.
like a big thing right now.
It's time to share with the class. All right, now
Someone go,
it's
please.
been pretty free, honestly, because I'm just not listening to not social distancing, but staying at home quarantine.
That's illegal.
It is illegal, and I should be
You're
arrested
gonna
and
get
tried for my
arrested
crimes.
tomorrow now.
I'm putting you under citizen's arrest as soon as we're done.
Not even tomorrow. There it is.
No, it's because I've been Ubering the whole time, so I've been doing Uber Eats, and that's
Oh,
really
yeah?
where my time has been going during quarantine. I've also been spending a lot of time with my girlfriend, but that's a lot. There's been a lot with that. Oh, sorry. So thought someone was knocking. But Andy, I also have some news. I haven't told you anything, but I figured I'd tell you later. But I do have some news for you.
All right, bet, dude. Anthony, give us your update.
All right. So my quarantine time, it was pretty normal, really. Just stayed home, walked my dog, working out. I started working out again, so I'm back in my summer bod. So that's neat.
Anthony, you're always in your summer bod.
No, when I came back from Guat, bro, I gained like 2 waist size.
Oh,
Now-
shit.
But now I'm back to 29 or 28. So it's all good.
So wait, so you're like 31, 32? That's still phenomenal.
To be
Yeah.
honest,
I
My
started.
average is 34.
I don't want to say what my average is because I'm gonna.
You're a lanky boy over there.
You're like 38.
I was trying to learn how to type properly, like a good citizen, but I broke my glasses, so I can't even like do the prompts correctly because I have to squint like this.
Yo, broken
Like,
glasses gang, baby.
and the way I broke my glasses, I'll tell you later. But either way, broken glasses. I'm still waiting for my goddamn delivery. It still hasn't come. I'm blind. Uh, what else? I've been learning some other stuff lately. I'm not going to say because I'm kind of conscious about it because I'm bad at. And I'm unemployed, which is kind of sucks.
No.
But what you can do.
It'd be like that
And,
for the quarantine, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So and that's about it, really.
Amir, your turn.
What we got?
Yo, I took complete advantage of this quarantine. You feel me?
No, real talk. He actually did some big brain stuff. Like you don't even know.
I took complete. So like, I work at a supermarket. Not smart to work right now, especially because my mom is at risk, so I'm not working. College went completely online, so that means I would have class at 9 a.m. So I would just send out an email to my professor because that's how he took in attendance, and then just go walk my dog, and then start doing whatever I had to do around 10 a.m. And then 10:30, get up, take a shower. You feel me? Like, even though class was supposed to be from 9 until like 11:30. Then my noon class, completely forgot about that. I'll do that at 4 p.m. It was just bad. It was also my final semester at college, so procrastination kicked in, and just
Yeah.
I finished like all of Adventure Time, phenomenal show. Everybody should go see that. I finished Midnight Gospel, highly recommend that. Phenomenal. I showed my mom all the Star Wars movies, and it was just a great journey. I took advantage of this time a lot. By that I mean bullshitting. I was like everybody else, so I'm being a good citizen staying at home.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I'm just studying for the CPA and I want to off. So what?
I like to say that.
At least you're moving though.
True.
Putting in work with that.
True. I mean, for me, because I haven't talked to you guys in a while about like actually catching up. Yeah. We played Scriblio the couple weeks back, but we never really caught up.
I swear to God, I'm so mad that you got that. All right, like, bro.
Yo, this man is like God at Scriblio.
I don't even. All right. Do you want to do it, Andy? Because you got it.
Well, so Antonio was drawing, right?
Yeah, I was drawing. That's why.
And he was trying to draw She was trying to draw Portugal, but it looked like intestines. It looked like intestines, and so obviously everyone's gonna guess intestines because that's what it looked like.
That's what it looked like, yeah.
And then in my mind, I was just like, that kind of looks like Spain. Spain's not that many letters, so let's try Portugal. And so I just type it in, and I think I was the only one to get it.
You were the only one to get it, and also you got it like insanely quickly by comparison to how I was drawing it.
Yeah, no, it was
like, I was like halfway. I guess I was halfway down on like the distance of Portugal, and you were just like Portugal, and I was like, what?
Yeah. I honestly I play that game too much.
Yeah, that was Hacker Man right there.
But yeah, so an update from me. I've been staying home because my sister's someone who's at risk of like COVID and all that stuff. So I really haven't. I've like left the house and like really quickly, but I haven't interacted with anyone. So like the last time I went out and interacted with people was like late February. So it's been like
that's a fat minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, I've been chilling at home. My friends at with the team that I coached on previously, we made a group YouTube channel, and that's been going well. Got a lot of good content coming out over there, and thank God.
When you can after the...
Yeah, it's like thank God they're all good at like thumbnails and shit, and making intros and stuff, because holy shit, I'm so bad. Like when it comes to artistic stuff, I bring nothing to the table. And I've admitted it to them, and they're like, dude, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you guys are making good content.
Yeah, and then obviously I started up the podcast, and you guys are on it now, so fun.
Where? I don't know. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, what's up?
No, I was gonna say, where did you like? Did you get that from anywhere, or were you just like, I'm gonna do a podcast?
So I was trying to do stuff for myself, and like I was gonna make like gaming like videos, but then I like every single time I streamed and I was gonna make like a video out of the highlights and stuff, or every single time I played a game and I was recording, I just didn't like how everything came out, and it was like ramming my head into a wall trying to figure out like, all right, how am I gonna get good content? And then finally I was just like, you know what I'm really fucking good at? Talking.
That's valid, y'all.
And so I was just like, I guess I'm just gonna start a podcast. And then the podcast over at the group channel, so this is coming out after the first episode, so I can actually talk about it. So the group channel is called Dude Mode, and like the podcast over there is also hosted by me, because again, like I talk, and it's that one's just more about that group. This one's more about just bringing a bunch of friends on and just talking and catching up, because honestly, we haven't talked in a couple months, so
yeah.
Well, for me and Amir, it's been a couple. It might be a couple of years.
Good God.
Honestly, just because.
But we're still married somehow.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah. It's actually that was something I was gonna bring up later on, but let's get to the story behind that, because in your phone, as far as I'm aware, my contact in your phone is still Surar Dickphone, the saucy bride of Amir. So, do you want to go into that, Amir?
Sorry, my mom just came into my room because she didn't know we were podcasting. And there's fucking fire salmon. I muted my mic.
Understandable. But yeah, so do you want to go into the story of why my name in your phone is Surar Dickphone, the saucy bride of Amir?
So, when me and Andy got to know each other, we were both just really bad at Smash. And, we would do the, what was it? I forgot what we even called it, but we'd call them bouncy bounces. And it was just literally bouncing off of your friendly's or your enemy's head as many times as you can. So then we actually started trying to play Smash. And it was a great friendship, and everybody said we had a bromance going on. I'm not denying or confirming anything.
As your lawyer, just don't.
Yeah, and then one day, this other chick in the call, was it a tweet?
It was
a tweet.
Well, I don't even remember what it was.
I think I screenshotted it, because if I remember right, it was a tweet, but literally, shoot. What's the name?
The name of the girl?
No, of you in my phone.
Is Surar Dickphone, the saucy bride of Amir.
Yes. And I don't know how she got to that conclusion, but I'm not denying it. And now there's a ring emoji next to your name. And that's been a thing. We've just been married ever since.
Yeah.
It wasn't just for the tax benefits, people. It's true love.
It's so... For anyone who's watching this or listening to it wherever, we've all known each other for 6 or 7 years now.
5, yeah, around there.
Because it was
senior year at college of high school, and now 5 years.
Was it really
6 years? 6 years.
Yeah, so 6 years. So we've known each other for about 6 years. So there's a lot of stories that we're gonna have, and there's some really stupid reasons why we have stupid names for each other in each other's phones. So, yeah. I don't know where Antonio went. He just got up and left.
Yeah, it's unprofessional of him. Honestly, yeah. You should kick him out.
Excommunicated from this.
He's grounded, dude. So obviously, Amir, you've graduated college, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask Antonio this, but he's gone, and so now I guess it's just me and Anthony talking about How's college going right now? How's that grind
Alright.
been?
So college, when it went digital, sucks ass. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it. It's pure unadulterated ass.
Absolutely.
And professors don't know how to use apps because of a generational thing. Um, Sometimes it doesn't even work because it's being flooded by so many students and teachers. So I'm like, bro. At times I don't even go to class. I'm like, bro, it's not working. So I'm out. Uh, uh, I don't know if I should say this because it might come back and bite my ass, but tests. It's known that people are just cheating on them, so
Yeah.
you practically not gonna know them. I'm not saying I did this or not, but
Of course,
it's
of
been
course.
there.
It's just a talking point. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. An outside perspective. I'm not doing it.
To add
Wink,
to
wink,
that,
wink.
my friend, she would send me Snapchats of like her Zoom calls or like funny stuff that happened to them.
Mhm.
And literally, somebody in the comment, the professor was like explaining the guidelines for the exams, but had every student muted, so all the questions were being answered through text or in the text chat. And somebody put in, "Man, I can't wait for check to come through during this exam." The professor just ignored it. There's nothing he could do, which is
Eh,
poor professors.
Bro, I like, and
Yeah,
they don't
it's
know how
so-
to
it's
mute
so
their entire
difficult to-
class.
Yeah, so it's I actually took last semester off, but
Lucky.
it was it's just like I don't know, it was weird to like, hear from everyone that like online courses were as bad as they were, but then like looking back on it with 2020 vision and like actually seeing it, it's just like, oh shit, that's fucking garbage. I would not like the thing is I probably won't go back to classes if it continues to be online. And just because I know the distractions are gonna be there. I have two monitors. Like if I have a class set up on my left monitor, I know on my right monitor is gonna be like some stupid YouTube video or like
Distractions.
Pokemon Showdown or some shit. Like I know for a fact I'm gonna be doing some stupid shit on my other monitor, and I'm not gonna get anything done, and I'm not gonna learn anything.
Bro,
Go Anthony.
so during my class, I think it was stats. Like this guy forgot to mute himself, and you can hear him play Warzone, like calling out, saying like
Now
"fuck,"
that's God.
like raging, and then everyone's like, "Yo, bro, quiet, like mute yourself." And then like in one of the finals, somebody said GG's. I'm like, bro, someone actually said GG's in the finals. It's crazy. We're living in peak human
Mhm.
evolution.
We out here with the good sportsmanship. GG's all the time, yeah.
Always GG's, always
That
GG's.
reminds me. So one time I was taking my sociology final, and I just at this point I didn't care because the final was scheduled on a Friday. I never had a Friday class in college, so I don't know why it was scheduled on Friday. I was just upset. And like going and somebody sneezes, everybody says bless you, but this was back in like 2017, 2016 when the dad was still alive. So while everybody's saying bless you, I just say dab. While still just taking my exam, no expression, nothing changes. And nobody really realized who it was, and they started giggling. And it was just a funny moment.
Oh man.
Bro, so actually, funny story. I have a story about that too. So in my management class, like 2 semesters ago, because obviously, again, I didn't take any classes this semester. But like 2 semesters ago, I had like a couple of my buddies in my class, which I like didn't plan. Like it just ended up being that way. And so during one of our tests, we were just like, every fifth question you get to on this, dab. And so, there were 60 questions, by the way.
That's so bad.
So we're just like in the middle of our fucking test.
You know?
Professor say anything?
My professor after the fact, she was just like, I turned it in and she goes, why were you doing that? And I was just like, I every 5 questions you gotta dab. And she's
You
like,
just have to.
so she didn't know what to say to it. So she's like, all right, have a good day, goodbye.
At least you didn't think
she
you
was
were
regretting
cheating.
it.
No.
Bro, she was regretting. It's like, bro, is this the new generation that's gonna lead the country?
Dude, honestly, I was just like, my professor in that class, bless her heart, like she did a really good job teaching, but it was just like it was like a straightforward class because it was management, and I'd already been in a managerial position before, so everything like was kind of straightforward. It was like a beginner level management class. I was like, all right, well, this is easy, and so like because it was so easy, she didn't give a shit what I did because I was like clearly doing everything that I needed to do, and I was just like dabbing in the middle of the test. I don't give a shit, whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, so
She was like my star pupil, just like
just sitting there like, yeah.
like almost twitching, just being like, wait a minute.
There was a handful of questions so in the middle of that, and it was just like really easy questions. So I like dabbed again,
Just rapid succession.
and I was just like, she's got
I
to
can
be
see it
thinking I'm a
now,
crackhead or some shit.
Yeah. Can take some steroids pre-test, yeah. Like,
Yeah, dude, taking some Adderall, obviously.
yeah.
So Antonio, you never fill this in because you got up and left. Like how's your college grind going?
So honestly, it's not that bad because as you guys know, I went to. Actually, I don't know if I told you, Andy, but I'm pretty sure I did at one point. Either way, I went to college for about a year, but for both semesters, I didn't think I was ready originally. So I had told my mom that I wasn't ready, but she was like, "Nah, son, hold this," and she gave me 5 classes. And so I didn't think I was ready for those 5 classes. So like, I was doing all right for the first few weeks of those, and then I just kind of like, I just ran out of steam, and I just stopped going to the classes because I also figured out that there was this student lounge, and they played Smash and Melee there all the time, and that's where I was like, all right, I can't do this because I just mentally was not prepared for it. So like, I kind of just
You're
took
tempted
I was tempted. I was seduced by
by
Smash
2D,
Brothers.
2D girls and sweats.
But so I just went there. I went there for like 1 semester, and then after the first semester, I was like, all right, I'm really wasting money here. I got to do it. But I just repeated the same cycle where I was like, the first 2 weeks, I went to school, I went to classes, and I was doing okay, but I just lost it, and I just couldn't keep going, and so I just ignored it basically and went to the same place and kept playing Smash.
Bro, there's a time that you don't even intend and you still go.
Yeah, it's true. And then post there, it was I haven't been to school except for I guess for the fall semester. I don't want to say last semester, but I went there for the fall semester. I took a psych class just to get the ball rolling again because I do want to go back. And it's only, I mean, I'm still 22, so it's like I got time, but I'm like the time is still ticking. So it's kind of just like I gotta start schmooving at some point.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm 21 and I'm technically a junior. So
yeah, so it's like.
But again, like I've been doing other shit because like I took off last semester to like focus on coaching. So it's just like, well, I'm if I'm gonna be putting so much time and so much effort into coaching, then I might as well just completely focus on that. Right. And then there was another semester where I took off because I needed it for my mental health, and like I'm in such a better place now because of that, and recognizing that. Yeah. But it's been slow.
It is very like, because it's kind of like, I don't know if it's the same for you, but it's kind of like everything around you is moving, and I mean not to blame it, of course, on like Anthony or Amir or Desmond, but like or Alan for that matter, because I see this is like a personal thing. I see you guys moving, and I'm like, it's not that I'm like disappointed in myself, but like I do have like a small sense in the back of my head where I kind of like I am behind to a degree.
Yeah.
But it's like it's I know realistically speaking I'm not, because everybody goes at their own pace, and I will find something to do eventually that's my pace.
Yeah. Honestly, that's exactly how I feel too. Like
Yeah.
going on Instagram, going on Twitter, going on like Facebook especially, and seeing like all my friends graduating college,
Right.
like people I graduated with, and I'm just like, I still got 2 years guaranteed,
Exactly, yeah,
and then
yeah.
maybe I have even more if I want to like stick it out.
Back in 2 years, baby.
Let's go.
And then it's just like, well, I still have 2 years, maybe more if I want to get a master's, and then on top of that, it's like, well, do I even need this? Because I'm going towards esports and stuff. Am I gonna switch? Right now, I'm even thinking about switching majors. So it's like, it's
so you're gonna have to restart again to a degree.
yeah. I mean, I have an associate's, so it's really not that bad. Like the reset isn't as hard.
Right.
So, but it's still a bit of a reset either way.
Right.
And I don't know. It's just like it sucks. But you know, again, everything happens for a reason. Everything's gonna go at its own pace. Like I understand that for me, coaching, I got a lucky break right now. Like I was coaching a like 2.9K team to 3K SR team
That's still pretty
before,
good,
and
Honestly,
now I'm coaching a 4.4K team. Like I got a big break.
The ranks in Overwatch, they're
Yeah.
split up like
I
he was
thought-
talking about 2.5K SR between
Yeah.
3K SR.
I thought you was talking about like nuclear codes. I'm like, that's gonna say this.
Yeah.
The FBI is gonna get
He's actually doing it in Morse code.
Dude,
like,
the CIA is coming for me. Yeah. But yeah, like I got a really big break, and this accelerates my timetable a lot. But even then, you know, there's
especially because you're working with so many different skill levels.
Yeah, there's a learning curve that I'm getting on top of, but there's still things I need to learn. But it's a good opportunity, and because of this opportunity, you know, school's still not on my it's on my priority list, but it's not above coaching right now, because that's something that I want to do. And again, like people I know, I've talked to some of my friends about it who are who have graduated, and yeah, they give me shit because I didn't graduate. But you know, that's how it is. People are gonna give you shit. That's how your friends are.
It's like motivational to a degree as well.
Yeah.
It's like they want, because your friends want to see you succeed, and I fully believe that like both Anthony and Amir right here, as well as our other friends Desmond and Alan, want to see me succeed, and I want to see you guys succeed. I feel like that's a shared feeling between everybody.
Yeah, of course, and it's just like making sure and that you're putting in the work, and you're accountable for what you're doing too. So, you know, that's a huge thing. Accountability is a huge thing for me. And if I start fucking up, I fully expect everyone around me to be like, Andy, you're a fucking idiot. And I'll hold myself accountable to that, and I expect everyone to hold me accountable for it. Same with like the Dude Mode channel. Like I fully expect everyone there to be accountable for themselves, and I fully expect everyone to hold everyone else accountable as well. So it's just a big thing for me, because if you don't hold yourself accountable for what you're doing and your actions, then there's no consequences, and you can just do shit willy-nilly, and it's just, and you're potentially hurting yourself, and you're hurting other people in the process.
It's discipline,
so
honestly.
Yeah.
Like as well, just having the discipline to keep anything, like keep a schedule,
that shit's hard.
It is hard. It is. Discipline, like discipline can be applied for anything. Like how much you want to exercise, the boundaries you keep with your friendships, freaking how much sugar you eat in a day is discipline. Like it's an interesting concept to apply.
Yeah.
When it comes to sugar, I'm weak.
It's true. No, it's true. Like that's how I got to where I am.
I love me sweets.
When I was in high school, I was you, Andy. It was.
Dude, I don't believe it after we met, dude. After we met, I was like, I don't believe you. You're a fucking liar.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
honestly, Antonio, when I saw like back at your old high school photo, I was like, damn.
It is, and I want to get back to that point, honestly, but it's like, it's such a mountain to climb as well. Because back then, I'm like, in high school, last time I remember my like, whether I remember myself the most is at 150 to 160. Oh, excuse me, but I've obviously grown taller since then, and obviously gain some more pounds as well, but that would also change the amount that I'm supposed to be at, because now I'm like 70 pounds. I'm like 220 right now, so I'm 70 above where I was in high school. And
Yeah.
it's not like I like envy my high school self, because I'm still doing the same things, but it's like, yeah, it's like I want to be able to, like, to put it into like a real perspective, is just I want to be able to go up the stairs and not be like,
Don't
Yeah.
worry.
boys.
Yeah.
I'm the same right there. I just hide it better. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
It's
no,
like I don't
it's
want to.
nothing. And then back in my mind, oh my
Yeah.
fuck.
I don't want to like put. I don't want to put like big people out there as if they're like weak, but like to a degree, it's like when it comes to stuff like stairs, I'm just like, man, these hamstrings. I don't know what like muscles there are, but like stuff like that. I'm like, God, putting in some work, and then like the group looks at you, and you got to be like, what? Oh yeah, good stair run, guys. And
Yeah,
like
dude.
they look away, and you're like.
I mean, for me, it's a little bit of the opposite, because the most I was at in high school was 140. Like now I'm like 135, and
Yeah.
like losing weight means I'm losing muscle. I'm not losing fat, which is
Right, 'cause-
the issue. And like obviously you guys can see behind me like all the pictures of me swimming, and looking at that and seeing that every single day and being like, oh, yeah,
I can imagine.
I
yeah.
looked nice then. I had a nice body then.
Yeah, nice
Um,
body.
and it's just like I should work out today, and then I have
Then you
things to
turn
do
on
out.
your
Then I have
computer and it's
then I have
over.
things to do outside, and I have like yard work to do. And then once I'm done with the yard work, I'm either coaching, or I'm doing stuff with Dude Mode, or I'm like maybe even recording a podcast, or
Yeah.
like. And then at night, then I'm still coaching, or I'm like doing other things with friends, and I just kind of gets thrown into the back of the mind. And then when you wake up the next day, it's like I should
Man,
work
I
out
should
again.
Yeah, or you should do it again. Yeah.
And it's a vicious cycle, but it's
I
one
miss
that's
stairs, especially when it's like something you don't really want to do, because it's
Yeah.
like, of course, we all want to get to that like toned point at least, where like we could see like some sort of abs showing, we could see like nice pecs and nice muscle, but like doing that work, really getting in the gym, is just like it's mental fortitude. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's like you got to just go in and be like, all right, I'm going to do this many reps of this for this long for this amount of time.
it's also
And
hard
just like,
when you like especially for me at least, when you've lost that competitive mindset, because like I don't swim anymore, I don't compete anymore, so then it comes down to what am I doing this for?
and even in Overwatch, you don't, not to say you competed in the first place, but like you don't, like you're not playing to get your SR up. You're playing to coach these people.
Yeah, and even like I'm actually, so fun fact, I'm actually on a team now playing,
Oh, let's go. Yeah.
but it's like a team for fun, and
Okay.
I told them like, yo, they're gonna use this against me. I'm fine with it. I told them I was gonna use this week because I'm the main tank player. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use this week to grind out Reinhardt. I played like 4 games of Reinhardt, and that's it. This entire
Let's go.
week. That's it.
Hey, progress to go. So, you know what I mean? Like, 4 games is 4 games. I don't know what more you guys want.
Oh yeah, but I don't know. It's just the competitive drive. Like if you don't have that, oftentimes, especially when you were a competitor before, it makes it so much more difficult to like actually get in and like actually work out, because you start to question what you're working out for. So
Right. If not to compete, for
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I've never even thought about it, because I've never done any sort of competing in terms of like sports and like physicality stuff.
Mhm.
I was always just kind of naturally skinny, but like to that, I can see what you mean to that like extent of kind of having the drive to compete, and then just not that it disappeared, but that it just kind of faded.
yeah, it's definitely gone away a little bit.
If
I'm-
not for the simp, what else?
Dude, right now,
Shout
honestly,
out.
like, dude, being single right now is actually probably one of the better things in fairness, because like if I had a girlfriend, I'd be like, I really want to go see my girlfriend, but I can't because I don't want to like bring home COVID and get my sister sick, right?
Right.
So being single right now is like,
It's hard, because
Yeah.
I have my girlfriend's in the other room talking to my mom. But like for the most part at the beginning, it was kind of like, do I not necessarily sacrifice, but because the thing is, she lives with her grandmother and her uncle, who are both kind of. Her uncle has a respiratory
Yeah.
I don't know the word. Point is, he had respiratory issues.
Yeah, he has
And
pre-existing
her,
respiratory issues. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I
And
got
her
you.
grandmother is just an older woman. She's a grandmother.
Yeah.
So like they have high risk people in the house. So I knew like going into it a little bit later, it was kind of safe because they're also quarantined. But at the beginning, it was kind of like, do I sacrifice, I guess, the sanity of my house and like bring other germs in just to see her?
Yeah.
It's rough. It was rough.
Yeah, I know my sister and her boyfriend. They see each other every now and then. They distance each other, which I know they've been like intimate before. So it's like they're usually like really close and like inseparable. I
My
that's kind of what
virgin
I'm done with. I'm done with you.
During quarantine, intimates.
6 feet, Andy. See, that's why we're in different rooms.
I'm so
This
done with you
bitch.
guys.
You should write her up. Write her up right now.
But like even them, like I know it's difficult for them, so I'm glad I'm single.
Yeah.
Team signal.
I will. Yeah, I will say Team Signal is coming through right now.
Amir, are you single?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious because we haven't talked about that in a while.
I was dating somebody like in the beginning of the year, but then like halfway through, I was like, it's not worth it. It's just extra emotional stress. It's just not worth it. Just to like put in the effort, like I can't see you, and then we're doing like video calls and stuff like that, and then she wasn't really into it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then just as more of the communication just stopped, I was like, it's just not gonna work out.
Yeah.
It's the physicality, really.
It's not
It's
worth
like
it.
it's not to say like online relationships.
Right.
Don't really. They can't really work, but it's like
They
it's
can
the
work. You just have to
physicality.
put in the effort. I
But
wouldn't
it's
say
like
the physicality. Well,
I wouldn't even
yes,
because I wouldn't even.
I wouldn't say physicality as in like physical presence, but more just okay. That sounds weird. Like not of me, but I need some sort of physical like appearance. Like you guys are on a camera right now. This is why I wish I had a camera so I could connect to you more
Yeah.
and like
Stop
look at
doing
you guys. You guys can see my facial reactions. Like it's all. It just adds another layer to it.
Yeah.
It does, but I
Like, she
think
wasn't into video calls, so I was like, okay, that's fine. How about we do phone calls? She's like, no. I was like, okay, that's fine. How about texting? And we would text, but like, it's not the same. Especially when like you guys just text hours apart because you guys are both doing your own thing throughout the day. So it's like I get it, but it just wasn't for me.
no, it's because I think you can also take it to that extra level because it's. I mean, I don't know about her because I never really knew her. I just kind of like had that conversation with her. But I think it was, at least personally for me, that's one of the reasons that I don't think it worked out with one of my exes. You guys all know who, but because I just don't think that it was the physical intimacy of a relationship is kind of needed to some degree, like even hand holding. I know it's a sin amongst most communities, but like, I think even hand holding is a big part of just being intimate with someone.
Tony, stop. Give me a half a chub. Think about hand holding. Professional.
But no, I agree with Antonio here. I agree with both of you. In fairness, like if the other person's not putting the effort, then it's not worth it. Because like my last relationship was like that's how it
Were
ended.
you a double whammy, not the effort and online?
No, actually, we were long distance, so yeah, kind of.
Oh yeah, that's
So it was long distance, and then at the end, especially like there were a couple things that went down. Like there's one night she got drunk and slept with another dude, and like I forgave her for it, and well, I said I forgave her
How?
for it, but like internally it was like I didn't, and like
Now I have to. I want to jump on that. I'm interested in like what led you to, I guess, forgive her, because you said obviously you didn't really forgive her because it was still in the back of your mind, I would assume. But like, what led you to be like, all right, babe, I guess I can get past this.
Actually, funnily enough, Kelsey talked me through it.
Yo!
This is back when like Kelsey and I were like still talking as like friends and stuff, and so Kelsey talked me through it. A mutual friend of all four of us. And like she was understanding of my girlfriend's like point of view, of like in reality, like looking back on it, like my girlfriend didn't want to sleep with this dude. And she like explained that, and I was like, all right, well, like I'm willing to like try and look past this and like try and move forward.
Oh, I see.
And so because her want wasn't there, you know what I mean?
Right.
But then it came down to like me constantly thinking like, well, we're several states apart right now. It's difficult to like, we see each other once a month maybe, and like, do I trust you to sort your shit out? Because in reality, like, she had just turned 21. She was a year older than me at the time. I don't know why I said at the time. She's still a year older than me.
No, at the time, you guys crossed.
Time is just a figment of imagination. It's an artificial abstract of reality that we don't need.
Max, if you want to be 60, be 60. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But so she was
now identifies as a year older than her.
yeah,
At
yeah,
this point in time.
because I'm definitely more mature than she is. I'm gonna take shots, yeah. But she had just turned 21 and she was drinking a lot, and I knew this, and like I was like, all right, well, like we should probably tone this down, and it never got toned down. It built up to that point where she ended up sleeping with another guy, and then after that she stopped drinking, but it took her up until that point to like stop drinking. And she never told me she'd stop drinking until I saw her the next time, which was the last time I saw her, because she broke up with me like a couple days later. And in fairness, like when I saw her last, I was giving her a cold shoulder. She was giving me a cold shoulder. And it was a very difficult, like, well, we're both clearly butting heads here, and we're clearly not airing anything out right now. And so this should end anyways. Like, if anything, I was going to end it like in a week anyways. So like her breaking up with me,
You guys were both right
we
there.
we were both at the point of just like, this is over. But yeah, it was just
That's
like
rough.
yeah,
Rough, bro.
it's so I totally get like the effort being put in just isn't, it sucks. And then not having the being there physically also sucks, because like the being apart blew. Like,
Yeah.
like whenever you want to cuddle, whenever you want to like just sit there and have a conversation face to face, like it's just not happening. You know what I mean?
Even like right now, I would feel different, or I feel different with her being in the other room than I would with having her like on FaceTime or something.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a strange way that relationships work, and that like what humans need from other humans.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my first girlfriend, like, I felt the same way. Like, whenever we were apart, it was just like, and we were like texting or like calling and shit like that. It was like, this feels wrong. Because
right.
we both know we're a 15-minute drive away. So at this point, why don't I just drive over there?
Right.
Right? Like, it's just like, eh. But, yeah, relationships are weird. So we've all been online friends. Let's move on from like all this stuff and get back to the program here a little bit.
Do you have a structure thing? I didn't even know you did that.
So I type it up. I type it up every. No, I type it up every time. It's fine if we get off program. It's fine. I don't really care, but as long as like there's a couple things that I want to touch on too. So we've all been friends for 6 years. We've all known each other for 6 years. But we all finally met 2 years ago in person. Well, except for Amir, because I still have yet to meet Amir.
Hopefully next time.
Yeah. But we all met at Super Smash Con 2018.
Yes.
Let's talk through that
Oh god.
Oh, man.
because
Where to
that
start?
was that was an absolute blast. So
It was a
let's
good time.
let's start off with the planning. So that was a mess to start
What
with
planning?
because I had already met Rory, the other person who went with us. So there was 4 of us.
Wait,
Who
that's
went?
Antron?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Scan. Yeah.
Oh.
Also
So
friend of Amir's.
yeah, we're all friends at this point. We all know
Yeah.
each other. So so I'd already met Rory. Rory had stayed at my house, and we had gone to a different tournament,
What's it,
Combo Breaker.
that's what it was.
Yeah, so we had competed in Combo Breaker, and we were like, all right, let's go to SmashCon this year. And then when we brought it up, like everyone was in, dude. I swear to God, every single person we talked to was like, I'm in. As it started getting closer, like people just started, I'm out.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with large groups. It just gets filtered out into like.
It does, honestly.
And I was just like, well, as the dude who was trying to plan everything, it was just like infuriating to me because I was just like, who the fuck is actually going? And so I
You
knew
didn't actually buy like an Airbnb for X amount of people.
I would have been pissed. I would have been so mad. But we ended up meeting. Who did we end up meeting there? We ended up
We
meeting.
met Dan.
Yeah, we met Dan. That's who it was. So and we knew Dan was going, but he was going with different friends.
Anthony doesn't know though. He was friends with me and Andy. 'Cause
Yeah.
We played Smash before Dan.
And so like we finally were just like, all right, it's the 4 of us. So we finally get this one place, and I'm just like, oh, it's not that far from the venue. Little did I know you had to take the fucking freeway.
Honestly, like.
It was a 15-minute drive, but
It was-
15 minutes on the freeway.
Yo, we have to go past the toll. I think like multiple times.
Did
I
we?
think so.
Like twice.
Because we were traveling like between
Yeah.
cities. No?
It was like, so we were in like a small town, and then it was like in the city, so ish.
Yeah.
Like it was closer to the city, so.
Alright, but before all that, like we're still in the planning phase, right? And
Yeah.
Antonio's like, "Yo, you wanna come?" And I'm like, "You know what? I hate Smash. I kind of want to experience the convection kind of lifestyle."
Yeah.
So I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, sure. Why not?" And then Antonio's like, "All right, once I get this job, bet."
This is pretty. I think this was like 3 months. I want to say beforehand.
It was around like December because I was in Guatemala when you guys.
Oh, 6 months, I think.
Uh huh. So.
It was a while before, yeah.
So I think, April, like the month April is coming by, and then Antonio's like, "I don't think I can come." I'm like, "Bro, I don't want to go by myself because who knows these weirdos gonna be like." I was like, "I'm paying for you." You
And
just
then he
open
did.
whenever.
He came through with the bro. He was a bro, yeah. Amir knows what I'm talking about. He hit the bro moment. Yeah.
Luckily, I had stockpile from I saved up from all the jobs and like from the college refunds checks because I didn't have any bills to pay or cars to pay at the time.
Yeah.
So once I had that and I got my car, I was like, all right, bet. I bought the tickets. Antonio's like, "Oh, you mind paying me for like $10 to enter the tournament?" I'm like, $10 after I paid like more. I was like, all right, fine, I got you with that. And then the day has come, right? I was like, bet.
I was also really quick interjection. I was supposed to drive there as well because I hadn't gotten my license yet.
I remember that.
Yeah, you didn't get his license either.
I was supposed to get my license and drive there, but I failed. I had like a stickler for my first test,
He was just bad.
and he was just like he got me on like every like pinpoint small thing, and I failed because of that. But that was I had to take the second test I scheduled. But it had to be scheduled after SmashCon, so I was like, yo, Anthony, I know we said we were gonna alternate or I was gonna drive, but like I failed, bro.
I Alright, but before we got into the highway or anything, I was like, alright, I got my luggage, I got my phone charger, everything, bro. And then once I got onto Antonio's house, I was like, fuck me, I forgot blankets. I forgot the most important thing, because like I don't know Airbnb how it works,
Yeah.
but I don't think they like supply you blankets or like they supply you a bed, of course, but you know they don't want like ticks or anything, whatever. So so I was like, shit, Antonio, I think we have to go back. I forgot my blanket. And he was like, I got you. Luckily he came through.
This was me paying him back. I brought him a blanket.
You
And now
came through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even need it because like the Airbnb was like already there, like already.
Yeah, that Airbnb was nice.
So I was like, all right, fuck it. But before that, the highway, right? Oh my, bro, I am bad with directions, right? At Valentine's, Antonio's like, all right, make this right. I drove past it. Wait, this right is like, no, the right before, you asshole. I'm like, oh my god. So we had to like, get out the highway, go back in multiple times.
Yeah, we looped around, like, we did. So, you know when you get off a highway, and you gotta go, like, around the highway to get on back, like, northbound to wherever we were going?
Is that why I beat you guys there?
Yes, that's why. Because I'm a bad with directions, right? I was focusing, like, all right, I have a passenger here. His safety is top priority.
No,
I gotta check all my things, all my sides. So until he's like, all right, take it right. I was like, all right, safety. What? Right now? I was like, no, you asshole. Right. One next before. and during we were driving New York, right? This guy was Tokyo drifting with a van. I was like, bro, you're going 100 while everyone's going like 70, and like, bro, he was on his two wheels.
I'm talking about, I don't know if Andy, I don't think you've ever seen my van, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so imagine like the most soccer mom minivan you could think of.
Yeah, I got. Yeah.
And imagine that on two wheels tilted, driving in the fast lane.
Yeah, that's crack. That's insane.
My guy was cracked. He really was.
I was like, what the fuck, dude? This is like anywhere but New York. This is like highly congested.
Got on the exit and immediately went to the fast lane. In like it looked like if you were watching it, it seemed like he didn't even look. Like he was just like, gotta get here now.
Yaga.
It was wild.
That's insane.
And then we drive, right? We were seeing different cities. It looked nice. Like honestly, it looked beautiful. And then,
It was a good drive.
And then I had to stop multiple times because of gas. Because my Jeep is horrible with gas management. Bro, it was annoying. And then I had to take a massive shit. Like it was really bad. Antonio was like, huh? Yeah, because of the coffee. And I had spicy wings last night too. So
Mistake after mistake.
So it took me a while, and then Antonio checked me up. Like he had me a text like, "Yo, are you alright? You got kidnapped or something? Like you're taking forever." I was like, "Bro, it's just nature's calling hard. I can't ignore it." And then we got on the thing, and then we made it to Virginia, right? That was the location of the contribution.
Yeah.
And then you got a message, Antonio, about Scantrons. Like, yo, how do I get there? Cause do I pay for Uber? But he doesn't want to pay for Uber.
He was at the airport.
Bro, he was waiting in the airport for like 2 hours extra because he didn't want to pay for Uber.
Another reason he beat us because we went to go grab Scan.
Dude, I got messaged by him. And he goes, I landed. And I was already I was already at the Airbnb. I'd set up my Wii U. I had set up everything. Like we were set for like I'd done everything that I needed to do. I'd staked my claim on the bedroom that I wanted, which was the master bedroom. Because I got there first. And so like I'm doing all this stuff and I get there, it's fine. I get a message from him. I've landed. Should I pay for an Uber? And I'm like, yeah, you'll get here in 15 minutes. Like 20 minutes max. Cuz like that's how long it took me. Right? Yeah. Hour goes by. Where are you? I'm waiting for Antonio and Anthony. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, where are they? And he goes, I don't know. and so another hour goes by. And I finally get a message from him and he goes, they just picked me up. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
What? How much was the Uber?
Dude, it was like $15.
It had to be no more than like 15, 20.
It was
There's
15,
no
dude.
way.
I swear to God, it was like 15.
What was that 2-hour wait?
It wasn't worth it. It was not worth it. And so, by the time you guys had gotten there, I had already been messaging, and I was like, "What do we want for dinner at this point?"
Yeah, Andy was like chilling in the house. And he was like, man, I gotta eat. I'm hungry.
I'm fucking hungry. I want to eat, and I was thinking like we'd go out and get food, and I was like, "Well, they're not even fucking here yet, so we can't go out, and we might as well just order a pizza, right?" So I'm just like.
Good, actually. I remember that pizza.
And so I was just like, all right, guys, I'm going to order a pizza. Like, here's what I'm going to get. Any objections? And they were just like, no. And so I just got pizzas. And, like, I think it was like 5 minutes.
Still not there yet, by the way.
Yeah. They're still not there yet. It's about like 5 or 6. And I'm just like, all right, I'm going to get these pizzas. 5 minutes after they arrive and, like, get unpacked, the pizza arrives. I'm like, hallelujah. It's perfect timing. I can eat now.
It was pretty impeccable timing, honestly, by the pizza guy.
The pizza guy was... The pizza guy was awesome, honestly.
If they weren't there by the time the pizza got there, would you have just fucking devoured that pizza?
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%. 100%. I was the one who paid for the pizza.
5-hour drive, bro.
I was
promised pizza in the end of the road. I didn't get sliced. I'm stabbing somebody.
Granted, we did order 2 pizzas.
We
did order 2 pizzas because I think Scan wanted he wanted cheese. I think he just wanted like straight up cheese, and I was like, that's fine. I'll just get straight up cheese. It's whatever.
You got meat lovers, right?
Yeah, I got a meat lovers and like a cheese, and we just like the meat lovers was gone like instantly.
Yeah.
And then the cheese was like, well, Scan's done. How are we gonna eat this?
Bro,
Which ironically is not one of my favorite pizzas because me and Amir were just hanging out with Alan, and Alan was like, "Yo, what pizza do I get?" And I was like, "Yo, just get extra cheese."
Such a weird concept to me.
Extra? Who gets extra cheese?
extra cheese? Me.
Y'all fucking weird. Y'all fucking weird.
But you could put more than just extra cheese, you know?
More cheese.
Yeah.
No, you put. Yo, so can I just say, one of the best things are made by accidents. And this is a couple months ago, my mom said, "Amir, do you want to try a different pizza for once? Because you always just get like pepperoni or meat lovers or something." I'm like, "Sure." And she was like, "How about we?" Or no, that was like, "How about we try white pizza?" She's like, "Okay, that sounds good." But I was like, "Wait, but like I want pepperoni." And she's like, "Okay, then do you want like half and half, or do you want to just put both?" And I was like, "Okay." I misinterpreted completely, so I told the guy on the phone, "Yo, can I order a large white pizza with pepperoni on top?" And he's like, "You don't want to do a half and half?" I was like, "No, let's try it this way."
Wait.
And then my mom opens it. She's like, "What? Did they get our order wrong?" I was like, "No, this is what I ordered." She's like, "But," I was like, "But this is not what you wanted?" She's like, "No, half and half." I was like, "I mean, this just looks better, Mom."
Hey,
Best pizza of my life, white pizza with just pepperoni on top. It tastes delicious. The leftovers even taste like they're just phenomenal. I recommend it.
Wait.
Real quick. So based off that, Amir after he told me about that. This is when I worked at a deli, and they would make me whatever I wanted, and so I would literally list the ingredients and they would put it in like a sandwich or a pizza. And so I looked at the guy. The guy's name was Gasper. I was like, "Yo, Gasper, make me a white pizza with just pepperoni." And he's Albanian, so he had an accent when he said this. But he was like, "The fuck do you mean just a white pizza with pepperoni?"
Right? It's such a people are like, "Why?" And I'm like, "But just think about the greatness.
Wait, I don't get it.
Potential there."
I don't get it. Explain a white pizza, because it's white cheese, right?
I think so. I really don't know what it is though.
Then why is it taboo to have toppings on cheese?
Because people usually just get white pizza as it is. They like,
or it's either white pizza just plain, or it's like white pizza with like 50 million other things like mushrooms, garlic, onions.
yeah, it's usually like mixed like crazy.
That's stupid.
But the reason people don't really get stuff with white pizza is just to taste the cheese, because you're getting a different kind of cheese out.
Yeah.
And like pepperoni is just such a strong topping and sense of like taste. Like it's just overpowering. So people just look at you like you're insane, but it's just you're on the verge of greatness.
All right, that's I hate people. All right,
I
back to
recommend
SmashCon.
everybody try it.
Back to SmashCon real quick.
If for some reason it's not taboo, I would agree with Amir. Try it for anybody who hasn't.
Try it.
I clicked on the wrong thing. Give me a sec. Oops.
Oh, our notes are gone. All right, we gotta
There we
carry.
go.
Everybody
All right.
carry right now.
All right,
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
I think Scantron hated me for the first couple of days. I'm not gonna lie.
Anthony stands by that. It's so funny.
Why?
Cause like at first, like I was like, oh, I'm not here for like Smash or anything. I'm just here for the convention. He's like, you're not here for Smash? Why are you here then? I'm like,
What?
I was like, oh my god,
Did he actually?
bro, he questioned my existence right there at that moment. I'm like, bro,
He was like, "Why do you breathe?"
yeah,
That's
I
what
was
he
like,
And Anthony's like, I'm just vibing, man.
Bro, it was weird because so I think like the first day we didn't have to be there till like later on. Like the first day was
like
just like
over one.
there wasn't even a tournament going on. It was just like open, so you could just hang out and play friendly
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. And so like we were gonna go and just like check it out for a little bit, but we had to get groceries.
Oh yeah.
that was like second day or third.
No, we got groceries so this is the next day after we had all arrived.
Okay.
So technically the second day, I guess, but like the first day of the tournament. So like we were all like, all right, let's get groceries or whatever, and like we
This is like 4 barely adult men trying to do groceries.
No, we had it.
It was
Bro.
a journey, bro. The whole thing was a
we
process.
were it was a process because we didn't plan out like a grocery list. We were like,
No.
all right, let's go get groceries,
It was
not
random,
thinking
basically.
what we wanted. And so when we saw stuff, we were like, is this a logical thing to get?
2 boxes of Oreos.
Does that matter? You guys are at SmashCon.
Well, we
'Cause
were
we were doing it with the intent to save because we didn't want to.
we didn't want to buy too much and have to. Yeah, we also didn't want to have to like buy too much and have extra left over. Yeah.
Which
So
it did happen either way. So
We were going in with the mindset of like trying to get what we wanted, but not too much of the amount. So it was always like 1 box or 2. Is
Yeah.
this something that we would all like or like?
Yeah, because are we gonna murder this or not? Okay, not.
Yeah.
All right, well then we'll get 1 box of something, and then on top of that, like I think one of you forgot like toothpaste,
I think so. Yeah.
oh yeah. That's another thing we forgot.
and then it was just like trying to figure out everything that we needed. We go up to pay, and the cashier, she's like, "Do you guys have like a rewards card?" And we were like, no, we're not from here. And she goes, oh, here. And she gives us a rewards card.
I don't remember that.
It's on my dresser. It's on my dresser, and she gave us. I still have it, and it's like, and it's just like, I don't. Okay, thank you. Like, and then I think we saved like $11 on like what we would have paid for, because this woman was just like, here's a rewards card. I'm like, I bet. Like,
What a bro move right there.
Bro,
That was a blessing right there because we like saved without even having like,
without doing anything. We got the right cashier. That's it.
just 4 bumbling idiots walking around, wandering.
And we had to like split up in teams. I remember that because I think it was like me and Andy and then Anthony and Scan, and we went to go look for like different things across the store.
Well, you dragged me to grab seasonings for some reason,
Yes,
Bro, that shit was lit.
and I was just like, are you planning on taking this home?
I was gonna make everybody up on us.
Did you?
No.
No, because we couldn't find the discs, so I made them just the meat instead, but I put cheese in it.
Oh, you did. That was dinner for that night. That was dinner for that night because we were all just like, we weren't planning on staying at the convention. So like once we leave, we bring everything back to the Airbnb, then we go to the convention center. And like we got there right as it was opening up. So like we get there, we walk in, we hang out for a couple hours. It was a really nice convention center, and then we We end up
Like,
coming
it's
back,
weird.
and then Antonio gets starts making the dinner, and everyone just like vanishes into their own rooms.
Yeah, it
No.
was,
Were we? Nah, I don't think so. We were all in the room.
I wasn't around. I think I went back to
No, you were playing
I
fighters. You were playing fighters. I don't know that much.
Oh yeah, so I think I was out. No, I was out in the living room, with Rory because that was Rory's room.
right. Couch. Yeah.
And then I think you
We
went
talk about how he
into.
called the couch like before me and Anthony called the rooms.
He's dude. I don't know. That was weird.
No, because like no, I think everyone's like, you know, it's smarter because it's like we came as a quote unquote couple, so we get like the two bedrooms, two bed and
So
the
we can
bedroom.
sleep together.
Yeah, so we're a pair, so I think that's like the logical sense. Everyone
No, we were
concluded.
partners. And
Yeah. So we get dinner that night. That day kind of closes out, right? And as we get to the next day, I have to be. I'm the only one who has pools that day for some fucking reason, and then we have doubles later on, and so I
also,
get.
for context, Anthony was the only car that we had.
Yeah, Anthony was the only car that we had. So Anthony drove me to the convention center, drove back. I played my pool. I think I went 4-2. I got knocked out, and I was like, all right, well, fine. This is a decent placing for me at least. I'm having fun. We come around to doubles time, and like I'm like messaging Antonio like, where are you? Like it's almost time. It's almost time. It's almost time. He gets there literally last second.
Not even close, baby.
Yeah, bro, he was taking forever for the shower. I remember that. He was showering like forever. I'm like, Antonio, aren't you? Yeah, I was like, don't you have like pools to go to? It's like, yeah. Don't worry, we have time.
You guys just not have time.
No, we did. I made it like just at the perfect time.
Because I was shifting. I was like, all right, I gotta get this boy in
Literally last second. Like they I think they called us and they're like XD and hey duckin', and I was like, you're wrong, but here. And like and then like right as I say here, I turn around and I see Antonio. I'm like, oh thank fuck.
Yeah,
I did not want to have to play with a level 9 CPU.
I was like, Antonio, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll park.
Yeah, Anthony dropped me off. He was like, "Yo, bro, you just gotta go. I'll take care of it."
And so we go through our first match. We get raffle stomped.
Yeah.
And then we get to losers, and we come up against the funniest duo I think I've ever played against in my entire life.
Because they were calling out like random stuff. I'm assuming it was like, what's the word? Inside jokes between the both of them.
Yeah.
It was really funny because their delivery was like phenomenal.
Yeah, because they were just like, I got this, and they'd miss a combo. Like they'd miss a combo by a mile, and they would just be like, dude, I got him, dude. Like, do you see that? And I was like, it was honestly, that was probably the funnest and funniest set I've ever played in my entire life.
So.
Yeah, that was just really funny.
Hell yeah, man. So I met my arch rival there.
Oh yeah, this is amazing.
Bro, he smelled so bad. I was like, oh my, bro. But he got me mad because of the way he plays. He played Little Mac. He had like Little Mac on his controller too. So I'm like right on his controller, like actually like all design and stuff professionally. And I'm like, all right, I'll play. And then he got me mad. He was like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You should do that. You don't do that. Don't do that. I'm like, bro.
It was so funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
No.
And I got mad. I was like, I want to beat him at least once, so I keep playing him. I think he was like, yo, I just want to get it out too. This guy's getting me like on gunpoint, like, because of my eyes. I was like, bro, you sit down. We playing. Bro, oh my! But like, I don't know why I say because he smelled so bad, bro. Like,
it was
honestly,
not only that because I was watching it. It was like the guy was just kind of he's kind of an asshole, like the whole time because it was kind of just like. I think one of the times where I think he audibly said something along the lines of like, "Oh, my opponent's boring me," to like his friend, and I was like, "Jesus Christ, dude! Like, it's friendlies. Calm down."
I'm pretty sure you and I were like taking games off of him too, Antonio.
Yeah,
like
it was free once me and you joined, but
yeah.
It was, and the thing is too, Anthony, like I guess he didn't know that Anthony like just didn't play Smash,
Probably.
and so like, but there was one point where Anthony did beat him, and like right. Unless
This is a different guy. That was a different guy. Holy crap! Yeah, he came in 7th, like in the pool, like almost got out, but he lost. And I was playing Rob, and I was like comboing him with my tops and not letting him breathe. And then like that was my first win. I was like, I told you that's my first win out of everything here. Like, I was happy, right? But the guy, he's like, he didn't get my shit. He was like,
Yeah,
I'm destroying your ass, like, right? He's like anally fisting me. Bro, but he was so pissed off, and he's like, all right, bye. He didn't say GG's, shake my hand or anything. He's like, all right.
Yeah, he immediately was out of there.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, oh my god, bro, you came in 7th and you lost to me. It can't be me, man. It can't be me.
Oh my god.
It was so funny.
Yeah, oh man, I forgot about that. I told you brought that up. Oh my, that was the happiest moment of my life.
All right. I think before we close out SmashCon, I think the two biggest things I gotta talk about are, first of all, how the hell did you burn mac and cheese?
Hey, we needed oil, and you didn't want to buy the
No,
oil.
no. You cooked way too much mac and cheese in one pot.
Look, all right,
Yeah.
everybody.
At once.
In hindsight,
That was on you.
in hindsight, it was a lot of mac and cheese for the pot that we put it in.
Bro, and he left it there to play Smash too. I'm like,
It smelled so bad that I didn't want to eat it, and I ordered another pizza.
Yeah, that was
And then the final night, this is what
before you go on, I think Anthony and Scam both pity ate it for me, and I was like, thanks, guys.
I refused. And then final night, after all the finals and everything's over, next day we all go home. Rory makes instant ramen in a cup, and he pours out the broth
Oh my.
and
Like,
eats
do we
the
have to
noodles on a plate. So my question is
Yeah, this is.
he right or is he wrong? Because I'm firmly in the group that says he is wrong. And it is ramen, and you do not just dump out the broth.
My boy Scam. It was.
You have to arrest this man.
I,
That is not allowed.
actually, it was the funniest night to end it off, bro.
Because we all watched Scan and we were like, what? It was silence between all of us, and we were just observing this man. He had no idea we were looking at him, and he was just going about his day, just taking the broth.
Yo, can we hype this guy up? He came in a convention with golf attire.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
I don't know if
Wait.
anybody's gonna remember this because I don't know if anybody from that Smash Con is gonna see this, but he was there was a Twitch guy who came up to him and he was like, "Yo, you're being called." I think it was Golf Man or Golf Cart Man or something because of the clothes he was wearing. And it was his like neon green shirt golf attire.
And like last time was neon pink, I think.
Yeah, and so the guy
Yeah.
tells him to dab on stream and scan because he's sitting right behind the commentators. So it's like
Yeah.
commentator, here's the camera all the way in the back, and it's like
Oh yeah, this
and
is
then
during
Scan,
finals,
like,
right? Yeah.
in the line sight or in the line of sight, and someone tells him to dab on stream, and he dabs, and like I'm peeping the Twitch chat, and the Twitch chat goes crazy just off him just dabbing in the back, and I was like, what is happening?
Oh man, bro.
It was
I'm
wild.
sorry you missed that. That shit. He had stories, man. It
Shit was
game.
wild.
You definitely come in next time though.
Oh,
It was-
100%.
What
It was
is
a good
Big House
time.
9 or Big House 10?
Yeah, bro, Big House 9 already happened.
Oh, whoa.
Remember
It was
we
Big
talked
House
about
10,
that?
right? And that's this year.
I think so. Well,
Think so.
if Big House is happening.
Obviously with everything that's going on in the world right now, no one knows if any tournaments are still happening later
I'm
on in the year.
probably next year.
Yeah, my best guess is next year. So yeah, that's that's SmashCon.
That was
If
really good. It was
if
good.
you pour out the broth in your instant ramen, we're going
You're
to arrest you.
eating.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
that's it.
Not
Have
only
to. I don't have a choice.
you will be punished to the full extent of the law.
Are you guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right, so it's time
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the segment. Oh, it's time for the "Are You High" segment. I explained this
Oh,
to you guys
yes.
before, but explain it to the video again, to the podcast again. In this segment, I will ask whoever's on the podcast, my guests, 4 different questions that are absolutely absurd and have no reason to be even thought of as questions, but they are questions. So, and I want them to give whatever answer they want to give, and we're just gonna hear what they gotta say.
I like the enunciation on the fact that they are questions.
They are questions, but are they good questions? We're gonna find out.
It's to be decided.
All right, so you guys ready for the first question?
All right.
No.
Fuck you, Anthony. All right, so the first question is: would turtles enjoy getting high or drunk?
Alright,
Hi.
as the evil tale of Finding Nemo told me, they prefer high.
That's valid.
That's a good point.
In the words of the wise dude crush, righteous. Righteous.
What are you saying?
That's the turtle's name.
I
It's
know
like
there's a
Dude Crush or
blooper
something.
somewhere of him just going like, gnarly dude.
I could be horribly wrong. I don't look at this turtle's name.
It's just Crush, I think, right?
Is it
just
Dude
Crush.
Crush? I thought it was Dude Crush. I'm getting
No.
Yo,
But absolutely high. Also, if they're drunk, just how does puking underwater work?
That's a good point.
Like that. That's just. I feel like they're gonna.
Oh, it is Crush, yeah.
It's just not gonna go well.
That's what? Good point.
That's a valid point. But wouldn't you think like vomiting underwater would be akin to burping in the air? No.
No,
no.
because you're
no.
forcing stuff out of your stomach with the vomit.
Right, but with a burp you're forcing air out. With a vomit you're forcing liquid out. So if you put liquid while you're in liquid,
But the thing is, air doesn't. There's no air resistance while there's water pressure.
Yeah. I
That's
think
true,
it
that's
comes down to
true.
water pressure.
That's the thing.
Either
Like,
way,
I'm
would it
scientifically
fight back? Like
proven
while the turtle is vomiting, will it fight back like the water, or will it just splurt out like an octopus when it inks itself?
I think it's that. It just leaks out. Like,
Bro,
Yeah.
especially during when you're in the Eastern Australian current, bro. When you're vomiting, dude, that vomit's going everywhere.
Oh,
all the turtles behind you.
I like to answer that they can get drunk, right? They have a home, so they're not really being drunk in public.
wait, but,
Because the ocean's their
but
home.
you can't be going through the current and being drunk. It's like drinking and driving. Like you can't just do that also.
Good point.
Valid.
Because then you're gonna be bumping into the other turtles just vibing out. That
But
are
then does
high.
that mean there are police turtles? on the
Probably. Give me a moment. I'll be back.
current? Oh man, these
Holy
police turtles
shit.
have like better shells, like better cars, so they can swim fast.
Bro, that'd be crazy.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
cost them a couple G's, but you know they got a better
Couple
shell.
shells. Couple shells. You know, they do dirty stuff, but
No way.
in the end of the day, they're keeping the scene clean.
The black market is like what's it called? The angler antennas that glow up, so like that's a currency on the black market.
Yeah,
Oh
Just-
god.
just fucking. All right, so Mir's gone, but we're gonna get into the next
Go to the
question.
next, yeah, he'll probably come back in the middle.
Yeah.
Of it.
So, assuming aliens exist, do they understand numbers the same way we do?
Oh yeah.
No,
Your
I think-
reasoning?
my reasoning being,
Be funny.
I feel like numbers are such a humanoid idea. Like, we use numbers to measure everything, but necessarily speaking, measurements are always in relation to what you're doing. So I personally think if aliens did exist, they wouldn't use numbers and they would use volumes of whatever, and like they would just measure stuff like in their own numerical-esque system.
I
Okay.
disagree. I
All
think
right.
they do believe in numbers, right? It's like their god, right?
Numbers
No.
is their god.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Like one penis is one penis, so it doesn't change the fact that it's one penis.
Right.
They have a language, sure. Like okay, one means ass in their language or something like that. But one is one.
But one is a unit of measurement. So what if one penis in their language was normal scuban?
But you're talking language. That's language.
Right, but then that would be their comprehension of the numbers.
But the question is, do they believe in numbers? What was
Okay.
the question?
The question is, assuming aliens exist, do they understand numbers the same way we do?
Yeah, they understand how numbers work. 1 + 1 = fish, right?
Right. They might understand how we use numbers, but is that how they use numbers?
Quite honestly, yeah.
So do they use the number system that we use?
I mean, not like the same symbol, but it's like it's.
Because what if 1 to them was 1,000?
1,000. What?
I'm
Bro.
just saying. What if their interpretation?
All right,
of
you're talking about units now. That's units.
I returned.
But
Numbers
how
are
do you
different
measure-
from units.
But how do you measure units?
Units is the amount of numbers it has to make the amount of numbers, amounts of numbers.
All right, but
What
numbers
are
are
we
still
debating?
included.
All right, Amir.
Before we go.
Amir, so the question is, assuming aliens exist, do they understand numbers the same way we do? You are the tiebreaker.
I say yes. Anthony says no.
No.
No, it's the other way around.
no.
It's the other way
I
around.
say yes.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they understand numbers?
In the same fashion that we do.
But why wouldn't they?
Because I feel like they would use. All right, so we present our arguments. I feel like they would use a different way to measure certain things.
You're talking about units.
But
I'm
that's
Right,
talking
right.
about units. That's
But how do you represent units with numbers?
whatever
With
you want
numbers.
it to be with. But but the number is the concept we take it as on. Like
Right.
numbers are
so-
just a concept. So whatever their equivalent is, it's like.
but the
talking
question is,
different
if they would
languages.
understand it in the same fashion that
No,
we.
but look at different languages. Even coding. Coding is legally coding is considered a language. Like, if you look at it that way, it's just
Wait
you
a
can
minute.
do the same script like in Java or C++, C#. You just need to learn the language.
So, but with that
And-
understanding, Antonio, do you think that
Like
these
it's
aliens?
just instead of different letters or symbols or whatever it is for that language, is different values,
Mhm.
which would be the numbers.
But if they had different values, doesn't that inherently mean that they understand it differently?
No, because they would have to still go by reaching the same concepts of like addition, subtraction, division.
All right,
Those
so
things.
with that
To use it in the way you want to use a number, which is just manipulating like raw data. Sorry for cutting you off, Anthony. I feel like that would just involve just learning those concepts of like division, subtraction, crazy formulas like that. Of course, in their own version, but I feel like if we just learned it, like let's say we just happened to learn it, we could translate it to a number. We could convert it.
But if you
So-
have to convert it, doesn't that mean that they understand it differently?
Or
Or would it
no,
be
I meant convert units.
okay?
Converting
So-
the unit of whatever their number is.
All right.
So, with that in mind, do you think aliens will think 1 = 1, correct? One stick is one stick.
All right. Well, okay.
That's also
Go on,
true.
go on with your example. Go on with your example. I would
No,
agree
that's
that,
it. What? I thought anything else.
Well, no,
No, but that's it. He that one example. That's it.
but that would be arguing if they understood the concepts.
Yes.
But is
the
Andy
same-
talking about the concepts, or is he talking about just numbers in general?
All right, Andy. I
Well,
think we
this
came
is
to
all conceptual. Like this has to be conceptual. Even if we were talking about different languages, when you talk about like two different languages, like it would mainly be conceptual talking.
Well, okay, so then I would agree that they would understand conceptually how to do math and like work with numbers. But I feel as though their understanding of numbers would either be vastly inferior or vastly greater than ours.
Whoa. Okay.
So not the
Supremeness
same.
over
So
here,
not the same.
elitist.
I feel like it would just be vastly superior.
So not the same. I'm still sticking
Okay.
with not the same.
I'm sticking
No,
with
but
the same.
that means they understand our equivalent. Like they understand where we're coming from. We just like they understand numbers, which is the point we're trying to prove. Not whether it's like, and if they do understand it, I would say they would understand more of it. Like in fact, they could teach us a few things.
In fairness, I purposely left this question vague to see how the fuck you guys were gonna respond, and it was amazing. that was exactly. Well, no, this next one's pretty dumb.
Questions that come down to just
Wait,
existence.
can I ask like a counter question?
Okay, yeah.
Do you think aliens would prefer getting high or drunk?
Oh,
It depends on their biology. You never know. Maybe they're not affected by alcohol,
That's
or they're
true,
affected
maybe
by the marijuana or like crack cocaine, whatever the fuck you're using to get high.
Probably get high from our saliva. Like,
Yeah, you never know.
No,
You don't know.
true.
You don't know what their high is gonna be like
But, like,
biologically.
That's true.
They got high off like plasma, like the energy of our sun, and they just got clapped off that.
alright, next question.
Are you guys ready for the next one?
Yes, sir.
Is French toast more expensive the further away you are from France?
In what units?
In dollars, dummy.
Wait.
More
what?
expensive.
That-
Wait, run that by me one more time.
Is
Yeah.
French toast more expensive the further away you are from France?
Bro, it has to be.
No, because you can't.
I
No.
agree, it has to be, right?
It has to be.
Because it's being exported. Assuming French toast is coming from France, even though we know it doesn't.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
Uh,
If it came from France, it would be more expensive.
Oh wait, France?
France, yes.
Oh, I thought you said friends, like as an
No.
us, as friends. I was like, no, of course, you idiot. Like, bro, that means you have more. You have more for yourself if you're farther away from your friends. So that's like cost efficiency right there.
That's true.
Basic economics.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's. But it has to be.
But, it's
But
not,
that's
yeah,
That's
at the end
with
of the day, it's
friends. That's with friends. But as in France, as in the country. Now that's
It's
a
not
different story.
Portugal.
I'll kill you.
It's gotta be though, right? Because it would be in this hypothetical question. French toast seems to be an export of France. So if you're not getting it natively, it's got to be more expensive. No, isn't that how that works?
You can make your own French toast. It's
But that's why I said assumedly
bread.
in this statement.
it's honestly cheaper if it's farther away because you can get the shit and then
All right, so now we got to figure out where does bread cost the least.
you got the maple syrup, you got the yeast, you got the cinnamon.
That was great.
Hold on.
Are we waiting for your where does
All
bread
right, never
cost
mind.
least?
Ignore me because they're just telling me the price of bread through the years. Fun fact: in 1930, bread costs 9 cents.
Must be nice.
Yo, give me back there, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
Amir, what's your answer again? No.
He said it has to be.
Yeah, he said it has to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, final question.
All right.
This one going back to the young middle school or high school days. If colors went to school, what color would be the most popular? Which one would be like the football quarterback or like the cheerleader captain, if you will?
It's
Alright,
gotta be blue and pink, right? Like pink would be the cheerleader captain and blue would be the jock.
Nah, see that's where you're wrong. It's yellow. Yellow's the jock. Pink is the cheerleader.
Yellow
Black
is
is uh the gothic kind,
okay.
like
Yeah, that's fair.
stereotypically. Red is the nerd. Blue is like the average
You
Joe.
say red is the nerd?
Yeah. hmm
Okay.
I can get behind. Honestly, I argue green is the nerd.
Green, the nerd. Because I'm wearing green, you asshole.
No, but now that you've related it,
Now that you're bringing it up, yes, you are.
Alright. What other colors? Purple. Purple is probably the
What the fuck was that color?
he does that all the time. It's just like his thing.
it's like the soon to be dropout, I think.
You're gonna
like-
give the color of royalty to a soon-to-be dropout.
Yeah, like bro, you got
Yeah,
you gotta
they're
bring the
royalty. They
stereotypes.
don't need to be in class.
Orange is probably like the international student.
Okay.
No, that's racist.
I feel orange is what? What other colors are missing?
Dude, I've lost track of what colors you've said.
Alright,
Yeah.
brown.
What is brown, Anthony? Go on.
Alright. Let's hear it.
Hey, be careful.
Brown.
Anthony. We got a certain event going on in the world right now.
Brown is what is brown? Brown is probably
Stop making that noise.
I don't know any stereotypes. Probably like just like that kid in the background. You really don't talk to him, but he's there, kind of thing.
Okay.
Honestly, I'd agree because brown's kind of a I'm gonna do it. Brown's kind of an ugly color.
Yeah. When you compare it to everything else on like the color spectrum, yeah, I see it. Like brown and gray, dude. I can see that.
Yeah.
100%.
And I guess that's about it.
I give. What do we put white?
White.
Is white like the teachers? No, right?
No. White is probably like the kid that comes late. Like he oversleeps every time. He just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm eating like a bagel.
He's the ditzy one, so he's kind of spaced out.
Yeah. He's always coming in with like food. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even though teachers say don't bring any food in, he's like, I'm bringing food in.
Hey, fuck you, cuz.
Gray can be the
Did we just talk about?
No,
I feel like gray and brown are like the same thing.
Oh, yeah, gray and brown is.
I feel like gray and brown are the same
gray
thing.
is probably like the musician types, like in a band.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends who were in band. Yeah, I don't know, dude. They're gonna be coming for you.
I think he's talking about like the emo bands or like just people who like rock bands and stuff. I keep saying
No,
emo, but
bands in general, like they seem like a gray kind of color.
well, yeah, but you're talking about like not like band where they play trumpets and horns and stuff. You're talking about starting a band, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess. Yeah, sure.
Side note: my neighbor started mowing the lawn.
Hey,
Fucking.
there it is.
So I keep muting myself. So it's just like
Baby.
yes,
Alright,
I
what's
love
our
that.
colors?
Alright, I apologize. Now I'm officially back.
Alright, Amir, tell us the colors of which.
What happened?
So if colors went to school, like say like if colors
Oh,
went
the
to
color
school,
theory, we got this.
which color would be the most popular with the other colors? Like the popular kids.
Oh
Like,
shit! I don't
which
think
one would
I
be the
answered
popular
that
kids?
That would be a generational thing because for between us it'd be purple. Like our age is
Okay.
purple. The
Alright.
generation under us would be orange. And
Okay.
I say that with confidence.
Why?
So the way we learn to like our colors is actually influenced a lot by like, which sounds really stupid. Like even this is influenced by media, but it's influenced by media as we grow up because the way people plan like colors of the year and stuff like that, like the main theme. Like this year, I don't know if you noticed, but like everything, if you have like a background color, you'll have like a bright saturated red in front, and then like a really deep navy blue in the background, and borderline black in the background for like the design choices. These are all chosen years in advance, and as we see that growing up, that's what we're influenced by. And this changes also every few years, if not every year. So for us, while growing I don't know if it has to do while growing up, but my color theory professor would always take a poll for every class And she says every few years the main color would change throughout college. And she said for people our age or my age, she got purple a lot. And during the poll we took, our favorite color was purple. Orange was the most hated color. And then she said for younger underclass people, like I guess I'm assuming still high school, it was orange.
So ironically, before Anthony started explaining all like what the kids' colors would be,
Every
I
single
thought-
color.
I thought that purple would be the most popular.
Yeah.
It's the most popular between our age group. Well,
Yeah.
me personally, my favorite colors are blue and orange, and everybody hates orange in this age group. And I can confirm that with the amount of shitting people do.
You can't rhyme it with
So-
anything. That's
Orange.
no. That's no. It's like a loose rhyme. It's like a soft rhyme. It's just bad. Dude, stop mowing the lawn.
I was praying before because we had the doors open just to let air in. I was praying.
I got my door open
neighbor
too,
would
and
be-
now it's just like, oh, awful. So let's wrap this up soon. Any plans for COVID? For once COVID dies down, like that's the end of the Are You High segment, so we can move on and we can close this out a little bit more. Obviously we've talked about going to a tournament together, a Smash tournament, which means I have to get off my fucking ass and actually start playing the game again.
2019 boys coming back in 2021. Let's get it.
So there's that, but any other like plans for you guys that you guys want to be doing?
Other than that, I mean, I need to get a job, honestly. I mean, I got a job.
Yeah.
I'm working with the census right now.
It-
So that's nice, and they're paying a lot, but I need something that's consistent.
Excuse me,
It's
so
only-
you're in violation of wearing glasses right now?
I am. It's unfortunate. Yo, real quick, I'm pretty sure this is private information, but like when you go to take your profile picture for your tag, you're not allowed to wear glasses. And I'm like, the back of my head, I'm like, bro, I just want to see. Like, keep this away from me.
I mean that's got to be like pretty standard public knowledge at this point for people who are working with that. So I'm assuming that's not like
Yeah.
a thing that you shouldn't be saying.
Right.
Yeah, you're fine there.
But other than that, I want to like off that. I'm trying to get a car,
Yeah.
and hopefully I actually can drive for this next con that we go to.
Yeah, whatever tournament we end up going to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, finally I can sit in the passenger seat and just relax.
Anthony.
and not have to worry about missing your turn.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anybody else?
And yeah, anyone else plans for once COVID dies down?
Can you say that? Is that okay? Because I keep watching every time I watch a YouTube video, it's always like, yo, you can't say COVID because.
If you're not saying COVID, you're stupid. And also as a biology major, that's what I should be saying. I'm not gonna say coronavirus. I sound
No,
stupid.
I mean, both Corona and COVID because this was when it just started. Though.
YouTube is a no-no word.
Yeah, it's a no word on YouTube.
Yeah, well, people on YouTube are stupid.
That's true. I mean, that's true. But like,
People on media are stupid.
You are
That's
stupid
true.
for listening to this. You are stupid right now. I'm joking.
100%. If you made it this far, kudos, honestly.
Yeah, worst plans. Hit us up, boy.
Yeah, hit us with your plans.
Honestly, I'm just trying to bang out this CPA license. It's just so I didn't study today because I'm not feeling it,
Lit.
but it's just so much. That's the first thing to get out the way. But everything I want to do doesn't, like I could do. It's just me sitting on this computer chair and actually doing it. like
Yeah, facts,
what I
dude,
want to
facts.
do is get the CPA out of the way. I want to start like streaming, like Valorant. I feel like that'd be fun. I want to work more on my art, and that's about it. I would love to start like an Instagram page.
I'm gonna
for my
punch
art.
you.
Wait, you starting
That's your
Instagram?
post plan. That's your post-COVID plan. You're gonna.
I'm gonna punch Anthony. Yes,
Yeah.
for
Yo,
making that
honestly, like,
stupid squeaking noise.
Yeah, you know.
Can't even defend himself.
No defense.
He's at a loss for words. Can't figure out how to defend himself. Yeah. I
Not
think
much like people are so affected by this socially, and I'm enjoying it.
Mhm.
yeah. I think for plans for me, I just getting back to school. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
It's whatever. But because I'm not gonna go to school if it's online classes, that's just not something for me. But yeah, that's about it. Plan wise for me, Anthony, did you say anything?
No. You know what? No. I'm joking.
Straight up
Just
no.
no. He has no plans. He has no plans. Um,
I don't know. Just go back to school. Hopefully, actually, like going there so I
Yeah.
don't get distracted here. Hanging out more, stuff like that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, no. I honestly, it sickens me to the core after I said that.
social interaction, disgusting.
It's gotta be 6 feet apart, no more than 10.
Bro, like I'm about to make out with somebody. It's crazy.
You can't do gatherings above 10 people. 10 people or more.
Oh, true.
Oh, they meant 10
I forgot
feet.
about that. Yeah, I thought,
No.
I thought you meant 10
I
feet
was
as well.
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you gotta be within that 6 to 10 foot range. If you're farther away, if you're outside of that 10-foot range, dude, it increases. Your odds of getting it increases. I don't know why, but it does.
It just happens.
With that, with everyone's plans being out, thank you guys for being on the podcast. I definitely appreciate it. It's been a fun catching up.
Absolutely.
If you've made it this far in the podcast, viewer, or listener, whatever you're listening to this, thank you for making it this far, because I don't know what the fuck happened here today. But I appreciate you sitting through everything, getting to know my friends from the Smash Bros days a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like. If you want to see more weekly podcasts, just subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified every single time that I upload my podcast. So again, thank you everyone, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Deuces.